Emmerdale's doomed bride. Gabby faces heartbreak as Vinny Dingle vanishes on their wedding day. Emmerdale is gearing up for one of its most emotionally charged weddings in years, and once again, it's unlucky and love Gabby Thomas at the center of the drama. After months of anticipation, tears, and frantic planning, Gabby is finally set to walk down the aisle and marry Vinny Dingle. But as viewers know all too well, soap weddings rarely go to plan, and this one is shaping up to be a devastating disaster that could leave Gabby broken-hearted all over again. The bride-to-be has been dreaming of her big day, blissfully unaware that her fiancé is hiding the biggest secret of his life. For Vinny, every step closer to the altar has felt like stepping into quicksand. Not only is he battling confusion over his true identity and sexuality, but he's also under the crushing weight of blackmail from shady troublemaker Mike. Add in best man Cami Hadik's reckless interference, and you have all the makings of a wedding day catastrophe. So what really happens when the big day arrives? Will Gabby finally find happiness, or is she doomed to be left humiliated in front of her friends and family? Let's dive deep into the build-up, the drama, and the heartbreaking possibilities that lie ahead. Gabby's dream wedding, or a nightmare waiting to happen? For Gabby Thomas, the wedding to Vinny is supposed to mark a new chapter in her life. Having faced betrayal, abandonment, and loss in the past, she's determined to believe this marriage will bring her stability and joy. Rosie Bentham, who plays Gabby, explained in interviews that her character has thrown herself into wedding preparations with typical single-minded determination. From the flowers to the guest list, Gabby has meticulously planned every detail, desperate for perfection. But beneath the glossy surface lies the shadow of her last failed attempt at love, scars that are still fresh. If she knew what Vinny was really going through, Rosie reveals, it would open up some very deep wounds for Gabby. She's been hurt before, and she doesn't want to relive that pain. But sadly, she might not have a choice. Vinny's hidden battle. While Gabby floats through wedding prep in a cloud of excitement, Vinny is barely holding it together. Ever since their engagement, he's been consumed by an internal war between the life he thinks he should live and the truth about who he really is. At the heart of his turmoil is Mike, who has been manipulating and blackmailing him for weeks. Vinny knows that one wrong move could see his secret exposed, and the fallout would destroy not just his relationship with Gabby, but his already fragile sense of self. Vinny's in absolute agony, explains show insiders. He loves Gabby in his own way, but he also knows he's living a lie. On the morning of the wedding, it all comes crashing down on him. He's not just worried about marrying Gabby, he's terrified of being exposed. And if things weren't difficult enough, Cami Hadik's clumsy attempt to help his best mate by confronting Mike has only made matters worse. Instead of backing down, Mike is now more determined than ever to tighten the screws, leaving Vinny paralyzed with fear. A bride surrounded by mothers. Away from Vinny's anguish, Gabby has her own drama to contend with. One of the sweetest yet most chaotic storylines surrounding the big day is the battle over who will walk Gabby down the aisle. Over the years, Gabby has been shaped by a number of mother figures. Bernice Blackstock, Laurel Thomas, and Kim Tate all see themselves as pivotal in Gabby's life, and each feels she has earned the right to take on the honor. But Gabby shocks them all by choosing someone completely unexpected, Arthur Thomas. She chooses Arthur to walk her down the aisle. Rosie Bentham laughs. It's actually a really funny moment. The three mother figures are so sure it's going to be one of them, and they're all a bit miffed when Gabby picks Arthur instead. But for Gabby, it makes perfect sense. Arthur's been a constant presence in her life, and it's her way of honoring him. This choice adds a lighter note to the otherwise heavy atmosphere, but it doesn't take long before the tension around Vinny's absence overshadows everything. Cold feet, or something much worse? On the morning of the wedding, viewers will see Gabby glowing in her bridal gown, surrounded by loved ones, while Vinny crumbles under the weight of his guilt. In one particularly tense scene, Gabby risks breaking wedding traditions by sneaking over to see her groom before the ceremony. She senses something is wrong and tells Vinny that things haven't felt right for a long time. Is Gabby beginning to piece things together? Has Mike already struck with his threat to blow Vinny's secret wide open? Whatever Gabby says in that moment leaves Vinny reeling. With panic in his chest and tears burning in his eyes, he bolts, unable to face the prospect of vowing forever to a woman he knows he cannot love fully. Cami steps in. As Vinny disappears, his best man Cami takes center stage. Loyal to a fault, Cami records a heartfelt voicemail urging his friend to return before it's too late. He tells Vinny that running away won't fix anything, a source reveals. He begs him to come back and do the right thing, if not for himself, then for Gabby. But Vinny's silence speaks volumes. Cammie's message sets the stage for one of the most heartbreaking moments of the week, as Gabby, glowing and excited, arrives at the church, only to learn that her groom is missing. The devastating realization. For Gabby, the truth hits like a thunderbolt. One moment she's smiling and laughing with her bridesmaids, the next she's pale and shaking as Cammie delivers the crushing news. Vinny is nowhere to be found. Her heart completely drops, says Rosie Bentham. It's the last thing she ever expected. She's put so much faith in Vinny, and she truly believes this is her happy ending. To be left standing there, humiliated and abandoned, is absolutely devastating. The wedding guests, buzzing with excitement moments earlier, descend into panic and awkward whispers as they realize the groom is a no-show. For Gabby, it's history repeating itself, another wedding dream destroyed before it even began. Will Vinny return, or is this the end? As the episode builds towards its emotional climax, fans will be left wondering, will Vinny find the courage to return and go through with the wedding, even if it means living a lie? Or will he vanish completely, leaving Gabby once again at rock bottom? Soap insiders are keeping quiet on the outcome, but speculation is rife. Some believe Vinny might make a dramatic last-minute entrance to save face, while others think the truth about his sexuality could explode right there in the church. One thing is certain, Gabby's story is far from over. Whether she ends up married or abandoned, the fallout from this disastrous wedding will shape her future, and Vinny's, for months to come. Why this story matters. At its heart, this storyline is about more than just a ruined wedding. It's about identity, acceptance, and the destructive power of secrets. Vinny's struggle mirrors real-life experiences of people grappling with their sexuality, while Gabby's journey reflects the pain of betrayal and the resilience it takes to rise again. By weaving these themes into the fabric of Emmerdale, the show once again proves its ability to balance gripping soap drama with meaningful, relatable storytelling. The road ahead. Whether Gabby ends up walking away single or married, the aftermath promises explosive drama. How will she cope with yet another public humiliation? Can her relationships with Bernice, Laurel, and Kim survive the fallout? And what role will Arthur play after his touching gesture on the wedding day? For Vinny, the road is even more uncertain. If he continues to hide his truth, the lies will only grow heavier. But if he finally finds the courage to come out, he risks losing everything he holds dear. Meanwhile, Cammie Hadid may find himself caught in the crossfire, blamed for meddling when all he wanted was to protect his best mate. And as for Mike, could this be just the beginning of his reign of terror? Conclusion. A wedding to remember. In true Emmerdale fashion, Gabby and Vinny's wedding is set to go down as one of the most dramatic in the soap's history. With high emotions, shocking twists, and heartbreak guaranteed, viewers won't want to miss a single moment. As the church bells toll and the congregation holds its breath, one question will echo louder than any other. Will Gabby finally find happiness, or is she destined to be left at the altar once again?